So if you're not privy to everything that's been happening recently, Jim Jones went on an interview with Justin LA Boy and started just talking about his relationship with Camron and Mase. And then he had some side shots to throw at 50 Cent, and 50 Cent started going crazy. But that's not before Camron and Mase got on their show and started talking about him. Check this out.
This all started because I asked 50 Cent a question. Cool. I thought it was cool to ask 50. The shit happened 20 years ago, however many years ago. I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, yeah, okay. He took his spot, came in the spot. I know 50 said it. And they were like, he was funny. I thought it was funny when he said this shit. But I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If you agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every put hands on you and you get to a picture, you cool with them. I see you with C Gutter. Junior Mafia cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Man, DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off for that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out.
So 50 Cent in this comment said, individual one, I mean, Jomo, Jimmy, you better holler at Cam privately and chill out. Now, let me break that down a little bit, but let's finish this clip right here.
All this, yo, is on your guy. You would fanned out and you begged to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in. You was so cool. And we like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap. Literally.
Mace eating the popcorn is out of pocket.
This is what happened, how Jomo got cool with us. Them freestyles that we just showed y'all, go Google them. Have fun with them when you get time. We were popping. It wasn't no internet. Mace, myself, Big Al, even though Mace and Big Al on the same page, Bloodshed, my man Herb McGruff, we were super duper popping in the street prior to the internet. Everybody knew we was about to get a record deal. Everybody knew this. It wasn't no secret. Basically, you heard our freestyles. And you came up to me one day when I was chilling in front of the house. You said, and this word to my dead mother, yo, man, I heard the freestyles. Y'all killing shit. Yo, you know my grandmother died. If y'all want to come by and just hang out, y'all could. Y'all more than welcome. We like, all right, Jomo, thanks. It didn't really make sense at the time because we like, yo, what is Jomo inviting us to his house for? Even though he cool. But it didn't make sense to be going to Jomo's house.
So then 50 Cent posted another picture and said, this is the worst part of the video, LOL Harlem. So we all know Macy's from Harlem. We all know Camron is from Harlem. But they're all of a sudden they're saying Jim Jones is not from Harlem. And that's all Jim Jones been talking about for his whole career, especially in this new song called Harlem. But the crazy part is 50 Cent has some other stuff to say, especially when he calls him individual one. And let me actually backtrack and show you this to make stuff make a little bit more sense. This is actually the interview where Jim Jones started speaking on 50 Cent, which made 50 Cent do this.
The Cam right now, he just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to the show. You on my dick, right? Got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them in their life, you heard? Both of them. Pause though, get off my dirt. It's been in my memory like, yo, that was the last show, but it was just the way, the sequence of the way things was going. And it came to a point where I had to worry about who Jim Jones was moving forward. Then I was worried about anybody else because nobody else was worried about me. I got to a point where I became famous too. There was a point where all the famous people know me. Then after that, it was like, shit, I'm just as famous as all the famous people. I can't do what I used to do for you. You heard? Somebody got to do that for me right now because I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of the shit, and and everybody knew that. But I'm doing the same thing in return.
What's something that stands out to you though when you realize it wasn't for you? I know you say you've been seeing it, but there's a moment, bro. Like you know, what I'm saying, whatever that
feel like
somebody,
when you start to feel like somebody want to see you do good, but not as good as them, you're like, oh yeah, I know what this move is about.
Who reached out to who when you went out to perform? Cause
I would have Ballin'. I had the hottest record at the time. My record was hotter than 50's records at the time when Ballin' spanked out and shit like that. When Cam did this shit with calling the station up over the cop shit and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't like, you don't press no real buttons, and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active. So how dare you do some weak shit like that really didn't hold no merit? Like, you start going crazy over Koch, over a white man that been jerking us since we got signed there, and whatever backdoor deals you had with him served you more advantageous than it served me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so when that shit went on, I was like, that was kind of weak. That was corny, because at that time, there was no real beef. It was just the most powerful groups of individuals that's running New York at the same time. So in my mind, I was like, it's more advantageous for us to try to figure out how else to start to move and do tours and really go crazy and figure out, because that we were sizzling, but this.
who reached out? I still gotta know, like, how did that work? You performing, like.
They called me like, yo, you want to come out and perform at the show? Shit, yeah, I got the hottest record. I'm popping out. And I wish they would look at me sideways, think they're gonna do anything funny. I'm with all of that. They'll boom this shit up. It'll be nasty in New York. That's how I was living back then. That's what I was on. I wasn't on nobody's friendship. I was in there like a pirate. What's up? What's up? That's how I was. You dig? Like, hope everybody be calm, because y'all know this shit gonna go way left real quick. You dig? I'm here for what I need out this shit. Be just on two separate sides of the fence. You heard? Like, they do what they do, and I do what I do. I'm very different from them, my brother. You heard? Like, very different. For real. You dig?
Yeah.
Like, way different than them and shit like that. I ain't here to put nobody business out there, none of that type of shit. I'm not that type of here to talk down on them. Kid, I know what I do. You heard? And they know what I've done. And they could dance around it all they want and shit like that, joking, but they know if I get upset, it's gonna be a real problem. And I can tell you about times that I did get upset. And I can tell you about times that they don't want me to talk about. You heard? The both of them. You dig? Like, this shit ain't no game. They can't play with me too much. I give them the floor to do that, because that serves me no purpose. I got too much shit to worry about, too much shit to do. I'm trying to get to a real bag, a real different type of bag, and I'm trying to help out more than I took.
Yeah, so after that interview, 50, he had his little 2 cents to say. So 50 Cent said, individual one calling the shots out here. You working, so please don't say gangsters to me, individual one. Basically, he's calling him a snitch. And we're going to go back to 50 Cent's page to show you exactly what he meant by this. So 50 Cent ended up dropping paperwork on Jim Jones. And this is the paperwork, if you guys don't remember when 6ix9ine was blowing up, and then 6ix9ine needed to have a blood co-sign him along with remember the guy Shotty that was his manager. Then they linked up with Jim Jones and said that it is. But anyways, he's pulling up transcripts of when Jim Jones was on the phone with I think Shotty and 6ix9ine's guy, and they were just basically saying all this. So this is the paperwork that's saying that 50 Cent is saying that Jim Jones was an informant, and that's the reason why 6ix9ine got in jail, and so is Shotty and still in jail right now. So that's crazy. And then 50 Cent also posted a clip of the audio.
That's cool, but now he gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he gonna go run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at Penn.
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact. And he just canceled all his shows.
And he ain't a gang member no more.
Nah, he ain't nothing.
That's what Shotty needs to make sure he do.
Nah,
tell that he's not a gang member no more. He kicked out the whip. He was never a gang member. Shotty need to expose him. Like,
nah.
So 50 Cent is calling Jim Jones individual one because in the paperwork right here it is listed as individual one. So 50 Cent. In the last clip, Jim Jones said 50 Cent ain't really about that gangster because he is really about it. He got stories to tell and all that. So this is, I feel like this is just gonna get blown all out the box. Doesn't need, because they're all talking about old beefs. Oh, they're just regurgitating old stuff, and at the end of the day, nobody's gonna win. And 50 Cent is the king of trolling people, so I don't think you won it with 50 Cent. 50 Cent got more money than I feel Camron, Mase, and Jim Jones. So 50 Cent is just gonna look back and laugh and just collect the bag. Wow. I think this move can, I don't know if it'll hurt Camron and Mace's career, but it's just not a good look because at one time they were all partners. So let us know what you think. Is 50 the king of this, or is he just tripping?